Yo, welcome back to the Lambeth Made Podcast. I'm your host, Creamer, and alongside me I have...
Sasha, hi.
Okay, so hi, Shelby.
Hi.
So tell us a bit about yourself and tell us what brought you to the Lambeth Made Podcast.
So I am, we're literally just talking about this. Then I had to word it. So I would say I am a actor, director, and an entrepreneur, and I do creative facilitation too. And I think I saw Lambeth Made Podcast a while ago. And I said, yeah, I definitely want to get involved because I do a lot of work in and around Lambeth.
Okay. So you wasn't born in Lambeth, but you grew up in Lambeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think Lambeth has shaped you in any way? Is there anything you've picked up from living in the borough that's helped you in your career life?
Definitely. I think most of my partnerships for my business is in Lambeth. A lot of my young people that I work with are in and around Lambeth, and there's a different type of community in Lambeth that other boroughs don't really have, or that they're growing too. But Lambeth has that really established from early, and I really enjoy that.
I feel like I understand what you mean. So can you tell us a bit more about yourself, what you do, maybe how you got into that field and what inspired it?
Okay, wait, what field?
So I know that you work a lot, you do a lot of mentoring around women.
Yes.
So, for example, that field, what made you specify in that field and why do you think it was important?
So I run my own organisation called HACIS. It's for women and girls between the ages of 13 and 25. And we do workshops, mentoring, and events all around community, sisterhood and safe spaces. I kind of started it, I went on NCS when I was 15 and we did a project, can't remember what it's called, but it was focused on boys. Everything was just boys. I hear it, but I'm tired of it now. And then I went to loads of different youth clubs, like in Southwark and in Lambeth, and there was so many things for boys, but more time for girls. It was just a table, and us just around the table talking, really. But there weren't really any targeted activities for us. And then I went to university, and then it was just the same, and I was getting tired of the same cycle of not having a space to call us where we can actually just be, and we can be heard, we can be seen, and we can be celebrated. So that's why I really created the platform when I was 18, because also I was fortunate enough to grow up with 4 sisters, so I got to learn a lot about the transition from being a girl to a woman a lot earlier than some of my other friends. And I felt like everyone deserved that transition. Everyone deserves that sisterhood in times of change, in times of transitions, and even times of joy. It doesn't always have to be a struggle.
Definitely. So, what kind of you mentioned about activities. So, what kind of activities are within the HACIS company?
So we do all sorts of things. From what was the most recent one? We did an event called HACIS Let's Talk Mental Health. Well, it was a safe space to talk mental health because it was Mental Health Awareness Month not too long ago. And we created a self-soothing box with our 5 senses. So we have things for our sight, our smell, our touch, our taste, our hearing, to help you soothe yourself in times of crisis. Previously, we've done an all-girl sports day. That was hilarious. It was so funny. And we've done movie nights, we've done campaigns. In the first lockdown, we campaigned and raised over £300 to help different women and girls get access to basic hygiene products. Because for a lot of young women and girls, that was cut off during the lockdown. So we were able to provide them with that. Just loads of different stuff.
So do you think it's important to nurture the young women of today because they're going to be the future of tomorrow?
Oh, 100%. 100%. The females right now, we are the future thinkers, leaders, creators, change makers, and everything in between. And it's so true. We need to get nurtured because right now in today's society, there only can be one. And I hate that narrative. There can be one at the top. No, how about there's a whole collective of us? Okay. How about there's a whole sisterhood of us? But yeah, I definitely feel like we need to take time to nurture it because as women, a lot of the time we're natural nurturers and we, how would I word it? we have a lot of self-doubt, and like imposter syndrome really hits us heavy. So we need to nurture ourselves and each other to make sure, no, like, you are meant to be here. You're allowed to be here. This is made for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely.
So I want to take another dip dive into somewhere else. I know that as well as facilitating HASIS, you're also, like, as you said, you do acting and directing. So from those different fields plus more, what's your favourite? Do you have like a favourite role or job, and why?
I don't know. I think they all bring different types of things. So like, my values are like community, culture, and creativity. And I think throughout the 3 or 4 different roles that I do, they all align.
Definitely.
It's going to be biased, but I feel like HASIS is my favourite because it's mine. It's like, that's my baby. Like, I grew it. Like, it came from my thoughts into fruition. Like, that's me. But I do love acting. I do love directing. I do love doing like creative facilitation. So I think it's hard to pick.
Yeah, it's very difficult to choose between one and the other. But what drives you and inspires you when you are working within those fields?
Ooh. I think what drives me is... this is going to sound so like tooting my own horn, but knowing that I can. I feel like growing up, there was a lot of things that I wanted to do, and because of like, so I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression when I was 12, and it limited me a lot to the point that I had to be homeschooled, and I was just like a totally different girl back then. So like, knowing that I can do it, it makes me excited. So it's like, oh, okay. So like, you know how we were talking about TikTok earlier before the camera was rolling?
Yeah.
My TikTok bio says I'm in my try-a-thing era, because I just want to try everything. Like, try everything, because you literally can. And I think that's what's really exciting to me. Like, that's what drives me. It's like,
you really can
try
do
it.
whatever you want, and you have to just do it. So now, I want to go into something, because I know what it's like to be homeschooled as well. I was homeschooled because I have a disability, so there were times I couldn't really go to school. Do you think that maybe being at home allowed you to thrive a bit more than being in like a general school environment?
Yes and no. So I went to all-girls school, and I was bullied terribly to the point, I was diagnosed with mental health issues. Then I was removed from school, and I was homeschooled for 2 years. And in that time, it helped me in terms of education. I got to learn a lot more. But it also hindered me, because it was like, this is my safe space. But I'm learning here, like, I'm getting taught in a traditional way, which I hated. Because to me, when anything associated with school was associated to bullying to me. So it was like, it felt like you're bringing the bullying to my safe space. I hated it. But looking back, it definitely built my resilience, built my confidence. And I got to learn a lot more. And I got to learn more targeted things as well. So like, if there was something that I was interested in, my teacher at the time that used to come to the house, we were able to focus on that more. It weren't just, for 2 weeks and then we move on. Like, we got to unpack it more. We got to learn a lot more. And that was fun.
So would you say that maybe, you said you was diagnosed with anxiety and depression as well. Do you think that maybe also helped inspire, like, you wanted to start HASIS and making sure that the next generation, like, understand mental health and how to, like, benefit from it? Because I feel like the generation before us, there was, like, a mental health stigma. I feel like now we're in a generation where it's like mental health is a good thing. People understand about, like, taking mental health breaks and stuff like that. So, yeah,
I think for sure, because as I said, I went to all-girls school. My idea of female friendships was in the bin. I was like, no, I'm never having female friends. No, I'm a girl's boy. I'm just gonna go climb trees with my friends. Like, I'm not gonna play with my brats. I'm not gonna play with boys. Like, I don't want none of them friends. But as you said, I think now learning that the importance of having a sisterhood and like importance of that for your mental health as well.
definitely.
Learning a lot more, because as I said, it can be a taboo subject. Now we're creating more of a culture where it is more spoken about, more openly spoken about in homes and schools and workplaces, which is great. But it still can be quite a taboo, talking about your personal experiences.
Yeah.
It's just like mental health overall, but it's no one ever really talks about their personal experiences. And that's why safe spaces for Hey Sis is so important for me, because it can be seen as a buzzword, but actually having a space where you can express yourself without limits is so needed. It's so needed.
Absolutely. So in terms, because you've touched on this on like how like, you know, as when you're a teenager and like finding you sort of, I guess, your safe space, and you know, and also like the idea of like having a sisterhood is kind of like there's often like this sort of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's this thing within like society where you sort of women are sort of pitted against each other.
Definitely.
So in terms of like how things were like, say like a few like years ago, do you think things have changed or developed now, or you know, or do you think there's still like improvements to make?
I think it's changed from a while back, but a couple years ago, I still feel like there's so much more to go. I think such as that rise of like TikToks and like social media, everyone has quick access. And when it comes to online, the community, the sisterhood online needs growing. Like that definitely needs growing. We can see someone get a short clip of someone fighting or something terrible happened to a woman or a girl, and it's like quick to drag her, to shame her, to cancel her, rather than sit down and unpack it and like, oh no, like she might be going through something.
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely feel like we've made moves, but there's so much moves to make.
Definitely. Yeah. So aside from Hey Sis and all the other things you get involved with, do you have like another safe space that you like that helps you with your mental health or just in life generally?
I like painting. So at home, if you see my bedroom, it's a mess right now. But I love painting. That's something that I do for myself and for my mental health. I'm a visual learner, and I am quite visually expressive as well. Yeah. That goes to like my acting and directing. But for like my personal expression, it will be definitely painting, working with colours, working with textures, and what that means to me and how that makes me feel.
Okay.
So do you have any like role models who like inspire you?
I'm gonna be cheesy and say my mum. My mum's my best friend. She's been through crazy amount of things, and the fact she's still so genuine with the way she loves, that inspires me, because like you've been through so much hurdles and hurt, but you're still so full of love. Like that's so inspiring to me. As well as the author Bell Hooks. I remember reading her when I was like maybe like 14. I just fell in love and I've been obsessed with her ever since, really and truly.
Okay. So since you said your mum is your main inspiration, what's one lesson I guess you've picked up from your mum?
Oh, one lesson. One lesson I picked up from my mum. I remember she said a quote or something like, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And like, she's very much a community-based woman. Like years ago, she campaigned for our community centre to be opened, and like, she's the heart of our estate, and that really stuck with me. Like, you need community. Like, it takes a child to raise a village.
Definitely.
It really does. Whether that village be whether that child be an actual child or like a business or any other type of project, it really does take a village. And I think that definitely stuck with you.
I know prior to us filming, you did say that you prefer to work alone, and I feel like I'm a bit like that. But I know that you also said that you think sisterhood is important, and I feel like I'm struggling to build like a sisterhood. So most of the time I am alone. But how would you say to go about looking for like genuine like friendships to like build your sisterhood?
How to go about making genuine friendships?
Yeah.
I think first and foremost, know what you like. You know, like know what you're into, what you're interested in, and then go to events that are like that. So if you're interested in like knitting or like crocheting, there's a place called like Crafted Forward, I think, in like International House in Brixton. Go to one of their events. Like, that's something you're interested in, go along. You might meet someone who else is interested in it. Come to a HASIS event where it's literally solely for that. Reach out and just be genuine. I feel like genuine connection comes from being genuine yourself. So I remember being younger, they used to be like, oh, I want to be her friend because she's so pretty. I want to be her friend because she has followers. It's like, that's not going to build a genuine friendship because there's an ulterior motive. But if you form them friendships through common interest, it can definitely grow. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So, if someone is interested in like being a part of HASIS, how would you help them to like come and feel like at home again?
Our first step would be like follow us on social media so you can keep up with what we do. Join our newsletter. So our newsletter goes out every 2 weeks and gives updates on what we do, how we're doing it, what events are coming up, so you can get first dibs, and also prep, because sometimes going to an event can be a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Definitely.
It gives you time to prep. We also have a system where if it's your first time coming alone, we can set you up with a buddy, so you can have a buddy to come along with you. And or you can come volunteer, and then that way you're in with the group prior to other people coming. You get to sit down, brief yourself, and join in. As well as I'm always there, like I run it by myself at the moment, so I'm first point of contact with everything.
Whoa.
So speak to me. Like, we'll be friends. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Is there an age limit?
And we say 25, but literally our last event, we did an event in March, and like our oldest there was like, I think she was like 46. Wow. And our youngest was 4. So like, we're very open. Open. We do, so as I said, like our main like values are community, sisterhood, and safe spaces. And we do different events. So like community events will be different to the sisterhood events. They'll be different to the safe space. So safe space will be more personal development and mentoring. Sisterhood will be more focused projects, and our community events are normally open for everyone to come along. So yeah.
Okay. So I feel like with the kind of work you do, as I said, like you're nurturing and growing up girls. So it's like they look at you as a big sister. So what do you think is like, what's like maybe like 3 pieces of information that you would want like a little girl to know about herself so that she can keep going?
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I have a niece who's 11 and she's my mini-me. And one thing, if I had to give her 3 pieces of advice, is you're beautiful how you are. Like, you don't need to change in any form. Like in any form, you're beautiful just the way you are. Another thing is, what would I tell her? She's a bit crazy right now. Like, she's TikTok crazy. I'll be like, put that phone down. That's what I'll tell her.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tell her, like, you're growing. Like, enjoy the journey. Like, I know they may be young, but enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were saying off camera earlier, like, we wanted to be an adult so fast when we was younger. Now adulting is long. So, like, enjoy the journey. Like, enjoy being a child. There's no rush. You're going to be an adult for the rest of your life when you get there. Enjoy being a child. Enjoy being young. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And definitely enjoy it. And the last one is, what would I say? The last piece of advice. Just keep shining, really. Just keep shining.
Shining.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah. So where did the term HASIS come from?
I don't actually know. I think I was sitting with my mentors one time, and then I was like, oh, like, I have this idea. So HASIS first started off, I just wanted to do a one day event. I come from performing arts background. I did not come from a business background. I did not know nothing about setting up businesses, getting funding. So I was just like, I wanted to do a one day event. I wanted Paige Cake to come down, come perform, started talking about it. And then I was like, no, this can be something else. Like, I want to do this monthly, I want to do this weekly. And then I don't know where the name came from. I just remember like, oh, yeah. And then a girl walked in, I was like, hey, sister, just kept on talking. I was like, that's it, you know, like, I like that. I like that. Hey, sis, I like that.
But I feel like hearing that name, it kind of feels like warm and home. I feel like, you know, like when you have like, when you speak to your friends, you're like, oh, sis, like, let's, it's like, hey, it's like, you know, it feels kind of like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and that's what I want it to do. It's a greeting. Like, it is a greeting, and that's what I wanted, like, you're being welcomed in. So, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I think we should go back a bit to Lambeth, because I feel like this is a Lambeth-based podcast. We want to get like a bit more about Lambeth. So is there anything about Lambeth that you particularly love?
I said it earlier, but I think it's the community.
Yeah.
The community in Lambeth is like so strong.
Yeah.
So strong.
I can understand what you mean. Like when you come into Lambeth, you feel like some kind of, I don't know, it feels like home.
Yeah.
I feel like Lambeth, I think when I was reading a brief about you, you said that you love how creative Lambeth is.
Yeah.
And I feel like you go to Lambeth and you're just like, wow, like.
There's literally the culture and the creativity in Lambeth is so raw, like whether it be Brixton, Clapham, Vauxhall, there's literally so much, it's literally a hub of creativity and culture and actually a hub of opportunities as well.
Definitely.
It's just sometimes I feel like the opportunities aren't broadcasted out as much, but it's definitely a hub of creativity and culture.
So is there like, so say for example somebody was coming to Lambeth, where's one place that you think is like the heart of Lambeth that you'd be like, you gotta go here?
Brixton, of course.
Obviously.
Of course, Brixton, of course. And all around Brixton, like from Ritzy to the Black Archives to like the market, like all around Brixton.
Classic spots.
Yeah, good spots.
Yeah.
Is there any like a specific area you would recommend going to?
In Brixton? Market, of course. Please eat. Go try everything from... Oh, what have I tried? What's been my go-to? What's it called? It's an Ethiopian fan opposite the Wreck.
Yeah.
Auntie's food there is bad. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. I can't remember what it's called. It's the White Vando. It's nice. Really nice. And opposite it is a Ghanaian stall that does the nicest jollof as well. And normally, I'm not going to lie, I'm a Nigerian jollof, but that jollof bag...
Let's not start that. Let's not start the argument. We'll be here forever.
But definitely go through the market. That's my hotspot, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Do you have like a life motto that you live by?
A life motto that I live by? I think right now it'll just be try a thing. Just try it. Try it, whether it be wanting to learn how to swim, wanting to pick up a new skill, wanting to travel, wanting to write. Just try it. There's literally no harm in trying. Just try it. Try a thing. Who knows how it turns out? Who knows?
Okay. Well, I think it's been really nice, like, interviewing with you. I can feel your energy. You just feel like a very genuine and nice person. I feel like a lot of girls will be gravitated towards you. And I think we're going to end it there. But do you want to, like, maybe get out your socials, let people know how they can find you and stuff like that?
Yeah, so Hey Sis is on Instagram, hey.sis.uk. And then on Twitter and TikTok, Hey Sis UK, all one word, no dots.
Thank you for joining us today, Shelby.
Thank you, guys. It's been amazing having a little chat with you lot.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
I feel like I've gained a little elder sister.
Yeah.
Of course. Come to Hey Sis.
Cool. Hey.